Grati-Tuesday. Now then, talking Grati-Tuesday, it is 8 minutes past 9 on your G&T Breakfast Show, and we are being joined by the fabulous Reverend Sophie. Good morning.
Morning, everybody. How are
Morning.
you?
We're very well. Well, Sophie, it is absolutely beautiful where you are. The sun is shining.
It is. The sun is shining. I'm actually sat in Haverfordwest. I'm sat outside Marks and Spencer's in the car park. So I arrived here at about, about 8:30 this morning, and I've done a bit of shopping. I'm going out to Llandyssil today for a Children, Youth and Families Network lunch. And we're going to pray together. We're going to talk about the next year and what's coming up and what I can do to help people with their children and youth work. So, I'm really looking forward to that this morning. So that's what I'm up to.
Yeah. So a busy, joyful day you're going to have.
Busy, joyful day. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
I've seen a picture and I got a bit jealous actually because I wasn't in it, but you've actually seen each other in person recently.
We have, yeah. It was so lovely. We went out. When was it? I've lost track of my days.
It was Saturday night.
It was Saturday.
I was the one that had the wine, so for now you can't remember what day.
I can't remember what day it is today, Gina, to be honest with you. one day kind of rolls into the other. But it was so nice to be able to go out with you guys and to get to know everybody a little bit better, which was really lovely. And just some lovely, really nice things being said about the show on a Sunday morning as well. So that was really nice, and it's always good to hear encouragement, isn't it? It's always good to be able to encourage each other. So it was really nice, which is kind of what my lunch is about today. Really, it's about encouraging people. It was nice to do and lovely to see everybody and all those smiley faces. And it was not too drunk. Nobody was too drunk. It was all right.
No, it was just nice, wasn't it? It was just a really lovely, relaxed evening. Lovely to have the team together, and the beautiful food down at Lockie's as well. Amazing. I'll be definitely going back there.
Yeah, I'm going to take my hubby there. It's his birthday. His birthday this week, so I think I might take him out for a meal to Lockie's. I think it's a good shout. Definitely.
Yeah, lovely treat.
It was
down there.
Beautiful food though. Really beautiful food. So
it was indeed. We've had a really, really busy Grati-Tuesday this morning, Sophie. Up on our post on Facebook page, lots of people getting in touch who are very grateful for lots of things this week, Tom, aren't they?
They are. So we just mentioned Amanda Davis then. We were just playing Always Look on the Bright Side of Life for here. And she was saying that she spends many hours alone, often not seeing or speaking to anyone until my partner gets home from work. So it's nice to have your company and listen to the tunes, which is great. And you know what? That's not the only sentiment of that as well. Lorna Poole's got in touch as well, and waking up to another day. And I don't know how Anna Davis does it, but putting my warm, cozy bedding on. I'd just be staying in that all day, to be honest. And Peter Krause, a friend of the show, he's been in touch as well, to have such fabulous contacts and friends who support me with all my charity events that I do every year. Without them, none of this would be possible. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Janet Webb also listens to Purist Radio with the sun outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. So lots of those keep coming in. I'm sure Reverend Sophie will have a little look back on those when she's got some time later as well today. Keep them coming in because we love to hear from you on this Grati-Tuesday as well.
We do indeed. We do indeed.
Sophie, what kind of messages are you going to be spreading today?
Oh, do you know, I was thinking about this morning, and I don't know if you've seen my photograph that I put up on Facebook, but I was sat here waiting for Marks and Spencer's to open, and this beautiful, huge rainbow came up across the top of Marks and Spencer's, and I put a post up saying, obviously Marks and Spencer's are going to be very blessed today. But for me, rainbows are always a sign of God's faithfulness to me, because of the story of Noah and so on and so forth. I mean, these mythological stories, they kind of help us to understand what God is doing, and so but it's always a reminder, it's always a symbol, and it's nice to have symbols and signs, isn't it, in our life. We all they're always things. I mean, Pure West Radio have got the poppy up on their logo at the moment to remind us that we're coming to that time of the year where it's remembrance, and that we're in that sort of season of kingdom season. So I was sat here pondering what it means to be a member of God's kingdom, and what does kingdom mean? What does that mean? And I was looking it up and the word in the Bible doesn't actually mean, so kingdom we always associate with a place, don't we? But actually in this instance it's more about Jesus's reign on earth. So it's more about Jesus coming, Jesus reigning over and coming as part of the beginning of that new creation that God promises us. And I had a really long conversation with some ladies last night. They're so upset and concerned with things that are going on in Israel and Palestine, and those things that are happening across the world in Ukraine and Russia. And I think there is that sense that we're, even people who don't believe in God, they're angry at God because these things are happening. And I think that's something we really need to grapple with, and we can't just ignore. We need to make sure that we are grappling with those things. So I was kind of sat here thinking about that this morning as I saw the rainbow coming over Marks and Spencer's, and I was thinking, do you know what? God is faithful, and he's always shown me faithfulness. So when I think about those things, I think to myself, not that there must be a reason, because I don't think that there is a reason for any of this, because there is no reason in war. There is no reason at all. It's just sheer insanity. So I'm not going to give a trite answer to that, I said to these ladies. But actually what I do believe is that we are really, really bad at being good, aren't we, as human beings generally? Some of us are better at it, but generally, even in our churches, at work, we're very, very good at being bad. Even if it's, we just don't like this person or we disagree with this person, and we're not very good at finding a way of living well together. Even when we think we are, we're not really, truly, because we're quite bad at being good altogether. So that rainbow reminded me that actually Jesus's kingdom is about us all becoming better people, and it's about us growing and becoming more like his kingdom people, and so we need to work on that, and that's something that we need to keep on doing. So that was my little ponderances this morning. I was kind of thinking and pondering, and I shall keep on thinking and pondering those things this morning, I'm sure, as I'm driving along off to Llandyssil this morning. Just God is faithful, and that's the only thing that I hold on to in all that craziness, that God is faithful and he will keep us going. So and for those of you who don't believe, then believe that actually there is good in people. There is some good in people, and so we need to remember that and hold on to that. Actually, there is good. We've just got to help people find that good through the bad.
Yeah, and on that point, that can begin with us. And if we catch ourselves having those small moments of maybe jealousy, of maybe anger, we can catch ourselves in that moment and actually think, why am I doing this? And what could I do that's a little bit in the other direction? It doesn't have to be a full-scale change straight away, does it? It can be those little moments, a little pat on the back for someone, a little acknowledgement of feelings, and actually help someone grow a little bit. It goes a long way, and you may find yourself the recipient of a tag on a Grati-Tuesday post on Facebook as a result of it.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. It's if we're going to change the world, we've got to change ourselves first. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, one little step at a time. In fact, Danny's been on touch on the Grati-Tuesday post as well, and she was grateful for Pretty Views, which happens to be a full rainbow on the post there as well. So,
I love rainbows.
Rainbow is definitely bringing smiles to people's faces this morning.
It is. I saw one yesterday, and I had this thought, pretty much out loud by myself, and I was like, I will never not be overawed by a rainbow. Every time I see one, I have to take that second glance and actually soak it in, because they're so wonderful and unique in the setting that they appear in. You will only see a rainbow with a dark background, because of how they're made, and I love the fact that you get that colourful break through whatever's happening in that storm and in that moment. And I'll never not take a moment to think about that cutting through.
And what I find really important there, though, Tom, is that even when we know, even when we know how a rainbow is created. We know the science behind it, don't we? We know the science behind the rainbow. But what is really, really important, that we've still got that sense of awe, that sense of, oh my, that is amazing, and it looks beautiful. And we need to, as human beings, we need to hold on to that, because we're losing, I think, in a society that is more and more focused on science and more focused on how things happen and the mechanics of things. We lose the awe and the miracle. And actually, a rainbow is a miracle. Even though we know how it works, it's still a miracle and it's beautiful. So hold on to that, because if we don't hold on to that kind of true awe and excitement about the world, then we're gonna struggle.
Yeah. Oh, I love that sentiment to say safe onward journey to you, Sophie, as you head northwards today.
Thank you.
And yeah, let's hold on to that awe. Let's hold on to that beauty of the small moments in the world around us. Sophie, until we catch up again, we'll hear you on Sunday morning with Alive and Kicking.
You will indeed. Yes, we will be there, alive and kicking. Did you hear this Sundays?
I haven't had a chance to listen back yet. I was at a wedding the day before.
Yes.
Okay, well, that explains a lot.
I will know.
Were you a little bit sozzled, Tom?
Yeah, no. And actually, were you?
No, I was okay. But it was a late night singing and dancing. It was definitely that one.
Oh dear.
There we go. Sophie, thank you so much. We've got some good tunes for you on the way. It's 9:20. Gina, that only means 10 minutes left for Unscramble.
It does indeed. Head over to our Facebook page, Pure West Radio, and get involved. Your name could be picked to go into that main prize draw at the end of the month. Till next time, Reverend Sophie, have a wonderful day.
Bye.
The Local Democracy and Boundary Commission for Wales